Hey, Mike. Hi, Denise. Listen, I'm just waiting for people to log on. So, you guys just chat among yourselves, and whoops, hang on a second. Hey, Mike. Hi, Denise. Listen, I just wound up listening to myself 3 different ways. And these days I try not to listen to myself at all. So hang out, welcome any newcomers, and I will tell them that I'll be starting some intro music in a couple of minutes, all right? And then we'll hang out. All right, see you guys in a couple of minutes.
If you're coming on the subway, it's the A or the C. Or coming down Broadway, the 1, 2, or 3. Jump off at the 72nd Street stop. From there, Central Park is just a real short hop through strawberry fields. Head on up to the lake where 1,000 New Yorkers are taking a break. Come on along, I'll see you on Sunday. Come by yourself, or bring your little honey. Lay down in the shade, or hang out where it's sunny. You got it made, cause you don't need any money when the people on the hill are singing in Central Park. Roger Bartlett! Mr. Ron Sunshine. Sunday, come by yourself, or bring your little honey. Lay down in the shade, or hang out where it's sunny. You got it made, cause you don't need any money when the people on the hill are singing in Central Park. At Jeff Van Nostrand. All afternoon, if I don't get arrested, play anything from folk to rock and roll. I've been stomping my foot so long I'm digging a hole. But I'll tell you what I've decided to do. If you keep showing up, then I will too. Come on along, I'll see you on Sunday. Come by yourself, or bring your little honey. Sit down in the shade, or hang out where it's sunny. You got it made, cause you don't need any money when the people on the hill are singing in Central Park. Dodger, take it again. used to go against the wind, but that's no way to fly. Flapping my wings, I get no place, no matter how hard I try. But when I just give in and go to where the blowing breeze has planned, you know I find a better place wherever I might land. Some people fly in circles crying life is so unfair, convinced that if they're over here, all the good stuff must be over there. Not me, I know there's a vein of gold right where I stand, and I find that if I look wherever I might land. I was always told, and now I finally found, that when I leap and it appears before I hit the ground, I don't spend one day looking back with regret, 'cause each bridge I burned led to a place that I just as soon forget. Yeah, well, some people look back at their glory days so much it makes them cry, and some look ahead with fear and dread to things they'll probably never try. Not me, bring it on, 'cause I can handle what's at hand whenever I get to wherever I might land. Look at where I landed in this room with you tonight. No matter what's going on out there, I know it's gonna be alright. 'Cause though it took some time to know, I finally understand that I'm gonna find love wherever I might land. Wherever I might land. Wherever I might land. Wherever I might land. It's dark and it's lonely, and you feel like you're the only one who's felt this desperation, like your own brand of the blues. It's hell when you're in there, I can tell you 'cause I've been there, and I've known the same frustration. But I've got some real good news. You feel like you fell in a well of hopelessness and fear. So why the hell would I jump in and join you way down here? 'Cause there's a way out of here, though you don't believe that's true. But years ago, a friend showed me just like I'm showing you. You can sit here in the darkness till you think that you're okay, but then it's time to move, 'cause I'm not making plans to stay. There's a way. Think no one understands you. You're so convinced life hands you one bad break after another and keeps you on the floor. But now you've got the choice to keep on listening to those voices, or maybe listen to a brother who's been down here before. We can sit and curse the darkness, but the darkness stays the same. Or get off your ass and we'll go out the same way that I came. 'Cause there's a way out of here, though you don't believe that's true. But years ago, a friend showed me just like I'm showing you. It's hard to see what's possible when you feel this way, But things look so much clearer standing in the light of day. There's a way. Here, but it's gonna be up to you to show someone else that exit door, just like I'm showing you. You can sit and curse the darkness, but the darkness stays the same. Or get off your ass and we'll go out the same way that I came. 'Cause there's a way.
Hi, guys. Oh, man. I'm sure there's a lot of emotion going on in your room, wherever you are. To our friends over in Europe, Chris over there in the UK, and Elle in Switzerland. You know, a lot of us, when I did a gig, I was flown over to do a gig, I guess about 5-7 years ago maybe. These people flew me over to do a gig in Germany. And it was in Berlin. It was in the city of Berlin, and when I went there, of course, being an American, it was wild. You know, I got off the plane, and 45 minutes later, they had me on a bicycle. So we were riding through Berlin, and I was only going to be there for 4 days. I had like a day and a half before the gig, actually a day before the gig, to sound check at the venue. And then I did the gig, and then the next day, they had asked me to be part of a music festival in the Tiergarten. So I was actually, for that weekend, I was Das Guitarman from the Tiergarten, and then I flew right back. But while I was there, I told them I wanted to visit, see some place where Hitler was, where Adolf Hitler was, you know, an office, a building, a headquarters, something. I just wanted to be someplace to make that little man more real for me. Because being the age that I am and being born after World War II, I couldn't comprehend. I couldn't comprehend. I see black and white film, I see photographs, I hear recordings, but I couldn't comprehend how a completely unremarkable little pasty-faced schnook like that could have risen to power and done the horrific damage that he did, create the evil that he did. And I was unsuccessful because the city of Berlin in Germany has pretty much erased the history of Adolf Hitler the physical evidence of him. So there was no place to visit. Then I became instantly intrigued with the Berlin Wall. So that kind of took up the passion for the rest of that trip. But I think after the last 3.5 years, I'm starting to understand, my heart is starting to understand what a lot of people must have felt like in 1936 in Germany, 1935, 1936. How that could have happened. And not only am I saying to you guys over in Europe that as an American, I don't speak for everybody else in the chat room, but as an American, as a human being who just happens to be an American, I'm more than embarrassed by what took place last night and for the past 3 years. I'm concerned. Frightened is a powerful word, but I'm fascinated and I'm starting to understand Germany in the 1930s. So listen, this is what we're going to do. This is what I want to do today, if it's okay with you guys. We don't ignore, we want to feel good, but we don't ignore what's happening around us, right? Doesn't do any good. There's a wonderful film called Jeremiah Johnson, and there's a line in it that the Robert Redford character has, and he says, won't fix nothing, hiding them in a corn crib. Doesn't fix anything to ignore or to deny what's going on, so we won't. But we have each other. And you guys are what give me hope. So, and receiving requests from Rodrigo in Spain. So let me just start with this song, and then I'll put my glasses on, and we'll look in the chat room. If you guys see any newcomers, please welcome them, and I'll explain a little bit. I'll explain a little bit about what I mean by. A couple of you guys might have to jump into the lifeguard chair and help me out today, because Brandon had a conflict, and I don't think he'd show up today. And Sean, I forgot, he enjoys jumping into the lifeguard chair and getting behind the curtain like the wizard, but he works during the week, so he's not here today. So let me start with this song that I wrote in the immediate wake of Donald Trump's election to President of the United States. If you've never heard this song, please give the lyrics a listen. Like the arrow of time, progress only moves one way. Forward, its unstoppable direction. But after the past 3 years, I think it's fairly safe to say that half this country could use a course correction. Now, preaching to the choir is one way to use my voice. I've done it in the past, and I still do. But if you're one of those who chose to let your fears dictate your choice, I've got a feeling that I wrote this one for you. And we'll change this song again so that we're singing about a Trump supporter and not to one, because if there was a Trump supporter, a MAGA, make America great again person in this chat room, my first words, or if by accident you're watching on Facebook, my words to you would be, how dare you? so much I want to say to them. I don't know where to start. They might have started out this life a lot like me. 'Cause when I was young, they hung a wreath of fear around my heart and taught me just one way this world should be. So I understand they're threatened by all the new things that they see, that their fragile way of life will not survive. But I've learned that change is guaranteed, so I can guarantee that resisting change will eat your soul alive. But we're gonna be okay. The darkness never ever comes to stay. And dreamers like me keep trying to find our way, and we hope they feel like joining us someday. I don't understand the pride they take in wanting to fulfill their dream of seeing things the way they were before. They're proud of moving backwards, proud of standing still, so proud of being frightened to their core. And if they feel excluded by all the things that I believe, I'm gonna sing my truth, 'cause that's just who I am. They can say that we're deluded, they can say that we're naive, they can call us names, but we don't give a damn. 'Cause we're gonna be okay. The darkness never ever comes to stay. And dreamers like me keep trying to find our way, and we hope they feel like joining us someday. Yeah, we're gonna be okay. This darkness never ever comes to stay, as long as dreamers like me keep trying to find our way, and we hope they feel like joining us someday. Yeah, we hope they feel like joining us someday. We hope they feel like joining us. You know what? I'm going to follow that right up with a song that I wrote for you. If you're a newcomer and you're here for the first time, this is still your song. You're with us now. Seriously, this is for you. I've met people everywhere, some from here and some from there. By now I'd bet it's more than quite a few. Nearly every woman and every man I've met just does the best they can to understand the things we all go through. But there are those who just don't care, who try to grab more than their share of everything. They're all out there too. So I don't take for granted I'm a man who gets to spend his time with people in this world like you. You know what, today I'm gonna share a new video that I made with Jake in Florida. So often it can seem today, so many feel like it's okay to celebrate the darkness in our hearts. And then they wonder why we see such hatred and disharmony. To me, that's just exactly where it starts. And for others, fear can hide the way, sadly unaware that they allow it to dictate the things they do. And the votes they cast. But I've no reason to despair, as long as I still know that there are people in this world like you. Yeah, we'll get this out of the way up front, okay? That's beautiful. I guess things are just the way they are. In many ways we've come so far, and still I'm sure we've all got more to do. But I can open up my heart and say I'm grateful every single day for people in this world like you. Loving people in this world like you. Like you. It's just us. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. I saw a couple of people on social media, quite a few people on Twitter who feel like they're genuinely traumatized after what they saw last night. I want to tell you, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch that thing they were calling a debate. I haven't watched those things in a long time. I will watch highlights and I'll see news after the fact. But the word debate has nothing to do with what we've been doing here in America for years now, maybe for a decade or two, but certainly for the last decade. More than that, those aren't debates. I don't know what they are. They're a disgrace. And so when I'm not by the way, you guys think that that I speak my mind and I write my mind and my heart in my songs, and I don't hold back and I don't pull punches, and my intent is not to hurt anyone. But it's what I do as an artist. And it's actually also in the job description. You know, it really truly is. To be an American folk singer is to traditionally write songs of social conscience and protest, and also write songs about how good the world can be. So, songs like Keep Hope Alive and Next Time Around, and even Crazy on the Same Day. Those are important too. But please chat with me, sing with me and chat with me a song that I wrote, because in this song, I'm gonna just run a video of the time we did this song at Merkin Concert Hall in the Kaufman Center here in New York. And 500 people in that theater got on their feet and sang this with me and the guys in the band. And Teresa Reynolds and her brother, who were both people of color, I gave them each a section to say precisely what they needed to say so that it wasn't all coming from an old white guy. And so they both said their piece. Teresa from a woman's point of view, and TJ from an angry man of color's point of view. An intelligent, reasoned, but angry man of color. And we all said it, and then all of it came together at the end and made one statement. And I want to share this with you guys. please chat it with me. I promise this is not going to be, after last night, I know part of my gig is also to lift us up. And by doing that, you guys lift me up. So, but let me share this with you guys, and then, and we'll see where the day goes, okay? Hang on. Oh, now where did I put it? Here to report, if you support that phony fool, then you're in the company of the blind, the ignorant, the cruel, and the disgraceful. And anybody with a soul knows that. Make America great again. It's written on your silly red hat. Made you angry and afraid again. Somehow made you proud of that. It's disgraceful. And anybody with a soul knows that. Your pathetic patriotic drivel can't camouflage who you are. You expect me to be civil, but you're pushing me way too far. You're disgraceful. From now on, that's as civil as I get. And I don't care if you pretend to be offended friend. You ain't heard nothing yet. I'm so astounded when I look around at what I see. This crowd that's proud to shout out loud their lack of decency. While I celebrate fear and hate, it won't wait for another song. Gotta do what's right, gotta shine a light, and hope someday they say they see.
In supporting this administration, they've lost their dignity. We've got a right to choose, we're about to lose. Your air quote religion ain't no excuse. An environment of hatred, misogyny. Supporting pedophiles and O'Reilly. By the way, grabbing women by the pussy is assault. Those are your words, you're guilty. Feels like I am about to scream. Falling so fast, it's so hard to believe. Now we've gotta take back our rights. Join me on the front line.
It's Crystal, yes honey, it's Crisco, blowing your dog whistle. But it's your mouth that's a shithole. They wanna stoke us, anger provoke us, divide and choke us, distract our focus into a hopeless. Don't fall for it. And if they can't see, then get them out your orbit. That worldview that's completely morbid. It ain't a figment that there are bigots attack science and education just to keep the people ignorant. Can't sit back, rely on mother to bring justice to the people of color. It's clear, it's about white America's fear of being on the bus, but sitting in the rear.
Your God and country sanctimony set that monster loose. So sad you couldn't see it then, but now there's no excuse. You can sanitize and rationalize and politicize all day long, but this is it, and you're complicit till the day you say you see it's wrong. We should be better than that. Sing it with us. Sing it like you mean it. We should be better than that.
Wanna stoke us, anger provoke us, divide and choke us,
Sing it
distract
loud.
and choke us.
We should be better than that.
By the way, grabbing women by the pussy
Get up out of your
is
seat if you
assault.
want.
Your words, you're guilty.
We should be
we can be better than this, we'd better be. Oh, it makes my heart sing to see you guys in the chat room chatting those words. Let's not pull any punches. Let's not kid ourselves. We should be better than that. We can be better than that. We're not, collectively. As a country, we're not. You know, it gets a little bit, and I'm just saying this, I'm just venting because I live alone, and you guys are in the room with me. And I've got the guitar and the microphone, so I just want to share. You know, I can't get my mind around sometimes the existence of Nazis. I can't get my mind around the existence of the Proud Boys. I can't get my mind around the existence of Republicans. I can't in Washington, D.C. I can't get my mind around that. The twisted rationalization, the cartoonish hypocrisy that exists in that reality. And I'm not letting Democrats off the hook because I cannot, for the life of me, get my mind around running a candidate in 2015 who might have possibly been the only person on the face of the earth who could have lost to Donald Trump, and then very possibly doing it again. We can be better than this. We should be better than this. Anyway, let's do this. We'll come back to this. By the way, a colleague of mine wrote a song that helps illustrate what went on in 1930s Germany and what's going on right now at this moment of history in the United fucking States of America. Right now, in this moment in human history. And he wrote that, and I'm going to share it with you later. But you know what? Please, please chat this with me. 1 second. If we're going to bring each other up, it's got to be done in tune. Here we go. Chat this with me. David Jacobs. You know, as a lyricist, as a songwriter, I can tell you when I was writing Resolution, which eventually became Disgraceful, that hook originally was, we will be better than that. And I had to change it. Because I consider the lyrics in my songs. And so it changes. It goes from we should be better than that to we can be better than that. Will we be better than that? I don't know. That's why dreamers like you and me, that's why dreamers like us, oh, fuck it, we got work to do. Well, let's sing this. You said you woke up feeling frightened, senses heightened, overwhelmed, lost and alone, a little overwrought until you finally thought
that you drop it all and pick up the phone. And I didn't do nothing but really listen to everything you had to say, until I knew that you'd be okay. The next week it was my turn. I was in a slow burn about something or nothing at all. I don't even remember, but I remember I was hurting, so I gave you a call. And you didn't do nothing but really listen to everything I had to say, until you knew that I'd be okay. We take turns being angels for one another, 'cause there's never been a day when we all want to stay under the covers.
Today is close.
Think we're all just lucky that it works that way. And thank heaven we're not all crazy on the same day. And in the back of a taxi, I heard talk radio, one of those shows people call when they want to know what life's about. A big fat mouth has had a mic going on and on about who's out to get you if you don't watch out. It's funny, but the phony probably makes a lot of money to create a little panic every day. But I think I found a better way.
I think I found you guys.
We take turns being angels for one another, 'cause there's never been a day when we all want to stay under the covers. I think we're all just lucky that it works that way. Chat it. Thank heaven we're not all crazy on the same day.
Oh, my brother Willie in Maine.
We take turns being angels for one another, 'cause there's never been a day when we all want to stay under the covers. We're just damn lucky that it works that way. Thank heaven we're not all crazy on the same day.
If Karen is here in harmony.
On the same day. We're not crazy, crazy on the same day. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum,
By the way, it's official. We're going to do 2 of these hangs a week. This one is open to the general public, to everybody during this pandemic that needs a place to go. Originally, It's Just Us was meant to be a hang for people who could not get to New York, to hang with us in Central Park. And if we got rained out, we did, when we were on Crowdcast and Concert Window, we used to call them the Rain Out Edition. So we would do this instead of being in Central Park. And then the coronavirus changed all of that. And so I asked the patrons if it was cool with them if we would open this up to everybody for free. And everybody was absolutely, because that's the us, and it's just us. You people are wonderful people. Perfectly imperfect, flawed, beautiful human beings doing their best. And so we opened it up. But now, the idea will be, we'll do it on Wednesday, just like we're doing now. And then on Saturday, we're going to do our private, closed, it's really just us. And we're going to do that. We use the same technology. And so it looks and sounds great. And we have guest artists We have, which is very cool. A couple of weeks ago, we had Jessica, songwriter from Austin, Texas. A couple of weeks before that, we had George Wurzbach, who is just a brilliant songwriter. And so we're going to do that every Saturday, and we're going to do it at the same time, 4 o'clock New York time, so that all of you in across the ocean, Cheetah and Angelique in the Netherlands, and Chris in Leicester, England, and Rodrigo in Spain, and Stefan in Slovakia, Elodie in France. Everybody. We have people in Germany, people in Estonia. So Switzerland, right? Elle in Switzerland and Mr. Robbie. So we're going to do it on Saturday. So and this coming Saturday, again, I'm going to create the link, the invitation, and you guys can all bring a friend, all right? And if the friend becomes a patron, both of you and your friend, will get the lovely Rodentia pad, the lovely It's Just Us mouse pad. That happens to be the one I sent to Christina in California for becoming a patron, and she sent me that lovely picture. All right, so that's the schedule from now on, all right? Rodrigo in Spain. Is Rodrigo here today? Rodrigo sent me video from his visit. He's in Spain now, and he sends me videos of him playing guitar sometimes that we share here. But he sent me video from 20 years ago when he visited New York, and he just stumbled upon that guitar man from Central Park, and he sent some photos. And so in the video, I'm playing an awful lot of cover songs that I forgot. And so I thought, I'm going to start revisiting some of those old songs. You know what? Let me do this. Because, by the way, we're not finished with the state of the nightmare that's going on in America today. We're not finished with Trump supporters. And if you think for a second that David didn't pull any punches before, down the stretch, look out. Get out of the fucking way, because I'm disgusted and I'm angry. But when I'm hanging out with you guys, there's no reason to be disgusted or angry. We all get it, all right? Let me do one of the songs that when Rodrigo sent this thing, from 20 years ago, he had little clips of me doing some Simon and Garfunkel and different songs, and this one I completely forgot. And for some reason, Jane is being a little ornery today. Close enough. Chat this with me. I haven't played this song in, oh my God, I don't know how many years. I'll light the fire. You place the flowers in the vase that you bought today. Maybe we should do that without Garfunkel until we get into the song. You guys gotta chat it with me though, right? I'll light the fire. You place the flowers in the vase that you bought today. Staring at the just 5 minutes, everything is done. Such a cozy room, the windows are illuminated by the evening sunshine through the fiery gems for you, only for you. Chat it. Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you. And our la 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 Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you. And I'll light the fire while you place the flowers in the vase that you bought today. You want to hear another one that was on that video? Why do I think? Actually, Mike remembers those days. And when Rodrigo sent, you know who else might remember those days? Is Denise. Because Denise, I keep saying that Mike is one of the oldest Hill people, like the people on the Hill. He's been there the longest. But Denise has been there since, in fact, Denise, what year do you guess was the first year that you joined us out in Central Park? And hey, Bob Bard. Bob, you started in 2000. All right, so 20 years ago. So that was about the time. Rodrigo sent me some photos, and I have a question. By the way, Bob, we started out this thing. We're not ignoring what happened last night. If anybody showed up late, it's not in my nature, it's not in my DNA to put a guitar in my lap or on my shoulder and ignore what the fuck went on last night. And so we started out with the song Disgraceful. We started out with the song People Like You. And we started out with the song Dreamers Like Me. Because I know that right now, unless somebody on Facebook is in their own chat room and I can't see them, and they just happened upon this video by accident and they're watching it on Facebook, and they happen to be planning on casting a vote for Donald J. Trump, I'm not pulling any punches. It's disgraceful. My 3 words for anybody who could vote for that human being is, how dare you? 4 words, how fucking dare you? So we started out the gig with that, and we'll get back to it because I have a couple of things that I want to play musically, because it's in the job description anyway. But hi, Bob. I'm just saying that, no, the Yankees game, by the way, the Yankees game, yes, I'm a Yankees fan, but I am a baseball fan first. Above all, I'm a baseball fan. This whole season and the playoffs is now just an extension of what I've been calling the tournament of the absurd. So it's entertaining, but my goodness, what a... And I was talking to Allie. Is Allie here? Allie is a maybe a more passionate Yankees fan than I am these days. But if the Yankees get eliminated from the playoffs this year, as every year, it's kind of a relief. I mean it. It's one less thing to do. One less thing to give me anxiety. But anyway, so what I'm doing with these old songs right now, if anybody showed up late, is that Rodrigo in Spain sent me a video that he took when he was here for his first New York visit 20 years ago. And I was playing cover songs that I completely forgot. And this thing... there's Allie. Trailers for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. I ain't got no cigarettes. I booked 2 hours of pushing brooms. Buys a 8x10 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means, by no means king of the road. Mike, you remember when we used to do this out there? Denise, you remember? Third boxcar midnight train, destination Bangor, Maine. Old worn out suit and shoes. I don't pay no union dues. I smoke old stogies that I have found. Short, but not too big around. I'm a man of means, by no means king of the road. I know every engineer on every train, all the little children and all of their names, and every handout in every town, and every lock that ain't locked when no one's around. I sing trailers for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. I ain't got no cigarettes. I but 2 hours of pushing brooms. Buys a 8x10 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means, by no means the king of the road. I'm a man by me, by no means king of the road. King of the road. Probably should have played it a little bit higher. I don't know where I played it back then. Yeah, it probably would have sounded... I know every engineer on every train, all the little children and all of their names, and every handout in every town, and every lock that ain't locked when no one's around. I sing trailer for sale or rent. Yeah. Probably should move it up next time. Can I ask you a question? Can somebody Google these little things that pop into my head? And it's like when I was saying last week or the week before about being overwhelmed or being underwhelmed. I'm a word person. You can be overwhelmed, you can be underwhelmed. What does it mean to whelm? Whelm, W-H-E-L-M. And what it actually meant was to capsize a boat. The boat whelmed. So overwhelmed is really redundant, so overwhelmed. I was whelmed. A lot of us were whelmed last night and for the past 3 years. So this just popped into my head while I was singing that song. Everybody knows that a quarter is 2 bits. Why? Can somebody tell me why a quarter is 2 bits? I just want to know. What's the etymology of that? 2 bits. Some of you might just know that. That's one of those things that I feel like I should know, but I don't. 2 bits is 25 cents. I don't know. Because there were 4 bits in $1. No, that would make a quarter 1 bit. No, that doesn't work. Yep, no. Zoe, sorry. Nice try, though. Because they used to cut silver dollars into quarters. Is that true? No, that doesn't make sense either, because then a quarter would be 1 bit. Oh, wait. Yeah, then a quarter would be 1 bit. No, that doesn't make sense. Oh, how do you like that? Okay. Look at this information. In early America, a bit was used for some Spanish and Mexican coins that were circulated but were worth 1/8 of a peso. The Spanish dollar, peso, into radial pieces to make change. Half a quarter was 1 bit. Yeah, that one makes sense. All right, cool. Right, 2 bits. Because the room was 50 cents. 8 by 10, 4-bit room. Oh, and by the way, Chris in England, Chris is here, right? In Leicester, England. He asked, oh, okay, listen, Denise was the first to come up with it. So, Denise, you get something from the Silver Fortune Cookie of wisdom. This is, I always forget that we have the Silver Fortune Cookie of wisdom. We got to really bring this thing back. Okay, Denise. Ah, I like this. Okay, Denise, this is your thought for today. True joy is breaking free from expectations to be your genuine self. Well, we know that, right? We know that feeling. But it's good to be reminded. So, forgetting 2 bits, true joy is breaking free from the expectations. From expectations, and to be your genuine self. I like that. More from the Silver Fortune Cookie of Wisdom later. Hi, Deb. Been missing you lately. Barry is... Okay, Barry, you just made something very clear. Whatever you're watching, if you're watching this on... Well, you have to be on YouTube, right, to be in this chat. Click the refresh button, right? Doesn't that bring him up to date, guys? Because that was about 2 or 3 minutes ago. That was about 2 or 3 minutes ago. So I should be about 20 to 30 seconds in the future when we do these things. But some people, depending on when they log on and when they click play, some people have wound up 3 and 4 minutes behind us. So Barry, if you want to catch up, it's not a big deal, but just, I think, hit the refresh button. That'll work. Oh, and the other thing I was going to ask you guys about being in the lifeguard chair, because we don't have Brandon. Brandon is, he's our guy in Detroit who usually monitors things, and he's the guy, he's the tech guy. But he's not here today. And so would somebody take the link that we're in on YouTube, and once in a while go over to Facebook And if there's anybody there, like Hector is usually hanging out in Facebook, and people that just show up by accident and they hang out in Facebook, the fun chat with the most people, like there's, how many, let's see. How many of us are in YouTube right now? 30, 40? So just tell them that the fun kids are over in YouTube, and please post that link in Facebook so that they can join us over here. Thanks, Nancy. Hi, Nancy. All right, listen, you know what? Chris in England had a request. He said, do you fancy a challenge? And he brought up a song. And so I have something fun that I'm going to do around that. But if there are a couple of people that are showing up late, and if you missed the first couple of songs in today's hang, I want you to know that as a man and as an artist, I am not ignoring the shit situation we're in, the United States of America is in at this moment in human history. We're not ignoring that. We're having a good time today, and we're gonna smile, and I've got a lot of fun songs and a couple of really cool videos planned for you guys, but we're not ignoring that disgraceful spectacle last night. And I mean across the board. Chris Wallace, Joe Biden trying desperately to find a little space just so that he could do his stump speech sound bites that he's committed to memory, that he's worked so hard at making sound like they're coming off the cuff. It's just disgraceful. It just is. Believe me, I'm not a Democrat, never have been. Not a Republican, never have been. But I would vote for a ham sandwich. I would vote for a cockroach to get Donald Trump out of our White House. And if you're, again, I'm disgusted by Donald Trump, but he's not the focal point of my anger or my disgust. My real focus of anger and disgust is at people who would vote for that to represent me and my friends and my family. If you would cast a vote for that disgraceful human being, that decision, that choice disgusts me. So we're not ignoring that. In fact, if there's anybody, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this song about our house. All right? You guys chat it with me. Sing it with me wherever you are. A long time ago, people got together and built a house. Through fair and stormy weather, there stands this house. Something very special about the place, I guess. A lot of people want to make it their address, but the people must say yes, 'cause it's their house. We are the people and it's ours to keep. It's our house. You and me even get to say who's sleep inside our house. Feelings in the air, hope it's getting strong. The man that's there, he don't belong. Now it's up to people who know right from wrong to sing this song, and we sing, hey, 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 get out of our house. Chat it. Hey, 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 get out of our house. Even though he spends so little time inside our house, most of us think it's a crime. He's stays in our house. His friends and his whole family tell their lies so comfortably. So now it's up to you and me to help them see we're sick of them. Hey, 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 get out of our house. Hey, 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 get out of our house. Now the people gotta save the world and take back our house. No shit. Now the people gotta save this world and take back our house. So few said that man could be inside our house. He brings no class, no dignity inside our house. Looking out for himself is his only aim. Should hide that face, but he's got no shame. His daughter, his sons, they're all the same. So we proclaim to all of them, hey, 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 get out of our house. Hey, 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 get out of our house. Hey, 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 get out of our house. Hey, 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 get out of our house. I got to tell you guys, I engaged briefly with somebody on Facebook who is a Trump supporter and by his own proclamation, a devout Christian. And it wasn't my page, it was somebody else's page. It was actually the guy and his son, the two men who hire me to do those gigs in the Turks and Caicos Islands and Mexico every year, every February. And so some people were going at it, and this devout Christian whose justification for voting for Trump is that it's God's choice. It's his God's choice. And you know, I always say, I wish everyone would keep their invisible friends out of, you can believe whatever you want. You can. I mean, it's, that's one of the beautiful things about 21st century humanity, is that most people don't really give a fuck if you worship Satan. You know, I don't anyway. I used to, like I said, hey, listen, well, you guys know my story, so. Anyway, but also, if you're ever wondering why a man like me rails in his music and has made it part of my work as an artist to make religion, all of it, Judaism, Islam, Christianity, all of it, a memory for the human race, a historical memory where the species will look back and go, human beings used to believe that? It used to guide their choices? That? Really? That's fascinating. If I can hasten that day by one day, that's part of my work. And it becomes more urgent when cats like that are saying that's his reasoning for electing Donald J. Trump. It's God's choice. I don't even know where to begin with that. So we leave that alone. But it's also one of the motivating factors in plays like The Green Room and Jack Flew and even Possibility Junkie and songs like The Religion Song and #Jesus and the reason I share songs like Losing My Religion and Wind Up by Jethro Tull. But this is a song from my youth. And one of the reasons I wrote Some of Us is because this was a song from my youth that all my friends were singing. Not everybody meant it. I didn't know what was being said at the dinner table. I didn't know, I didn't know the character. Who knows what a human being's character is at 17 years old? We just don't know. We're babies. Anyway, we were singing this song. Sing it with me because it was on that little tape, that little video that I saw. Bye-bye, Edie. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you on Saturday, right? At the private gig is now moved to Saturday. I'll tell you more about that later. Listen, children, to the story that was written long ago, all about the mountain people and the valley folk below. On the mountain was a treasure buried deep beneath a stone, and the valley people swore they'd have it for their very own. Go ahead and hate your neighbor, go ahead and cheat a friend. Do it in the name of heaven, you can justify it in the end. There won't be any trumpets blowing come the judgment day, on the bloody morning after one tin soldier rides away. So the people of the valley sent a message up the hill, asking for the buried treasure, tons of gold for which they'd kill. Came the answer from the mountain, with our brothers we will share all the secrets of our mountain, all the riches buried there. You know, I always say, it's just us. This is our tribe. They're all welcome. Trump supporters, they're all welcome. As soon as they wake up. Until then, they're not. I get to choose who's in my life. Go ahead and hate your neighbor. Go ahead and cheat a friend. Do it in the name of heaven. You can justify it in the end. There won't be any trumpets blowing come the judgment day, on the bloody morning after one tin soldier rides away. Soon the mountain cried with anger, mount your horses, draw your swords, and they killed the mountain people, so they won their just reward. Now they stood beside the treasure on the mountain, dark and red, turned the stone and looked beneath it. Peace on earth was all it said. But go ahead and hate your neighbor, go ahead and cheat a friend. Do it in the name of heaven, you can justify it in the end. There won't be any trumpets blowing come the judgment day, on the bloody morning after one tin soldier rides away. You guys want to? All right. So Chris, because it's getting late over there in England, Chris said, "Do you fancy a challenge?" And he asked if I would play "Down on the Corner" by Creedence Clearwater Revival. Now, whenever we do the year-end concert, I always ask George. George and I kick around what the big cover song is going to be. I think last year it was, what was it last year? It was Happy Together. And And I got to do it with the whole band, and you guys in the audience sprung up out of your seats, and everybody was singing it. So every year we do something, the big cover song. Years ago, George suggested we do Down on the Corner. Now, I thought, yeah, cool, that's a fun song. Everybody can dance to it, right? Get that little... we got into the rehearsal studio, which, when I book rehearsal studios for the guys, my favorite moment is I get there early, and I bring donuts, and I order the pizza for later, and I always book an extra hour just to leave us enough room to laugh. But I can tell you this, I go there early, and I sit there with my iced coffee, and I just wait to watch them as they arrive, walking into the room one by one, because I haven't seen them in a year. And I love these people, and I love making music with them. And every year it's magic. I just sit there, and my face just hurts from smiling as Ryan walks through the door, as Dan walks through the door, Teresa Reynolds walks through the door. It's just, it's a thrill for me every year. That's not gonna happen this year. But this particular year, they all came, and we get to we're running old songs, and we're running everything, and we're tightening things up. And then somebody said, what are we gonna do for the big cover song? And I said, we're gonna do Down on the Corner. But I said, I'm not sure about some of the lyrics. And I asked everybody in the band, and everybody had different lyrics for like everything in the song. So naturally, we had to find out what the real lyrics were, and it became a thing at the concert. And in fact, what happened was we did this song, and it was so much fun. Synovia Cummins, who she's a violinist who has played with James Taylor and everybody. She was the guest fiddle player that year. Chris Tedesco was there playing fiddle and mandolin. But Synovia was in on some songs, so the two of them were on stage for this thing. But we asked everybody for the lyrics, and then we did the song. It was so much fun, I forgot the bit that I was gonna do, and my niece, who was in the balcony, screams out, "What are the words?" And it turned into one of the most fun experiences we had with a song. So let me share this with you. Down on the Corner, and just crank the volume and be ready to laugh along with us. Came up with a song that he didn't know the name for.
Are you going to blame this on me?
Yeah. But, no, so then I said, yeah, that's great. That's a fun song, right? Now, here's the thing. If, Cassie, Christine, you guys want to come up and sing on this one? Yeah. You don't know the song, it's okay, nobody does. Yeah, we can put them in this microphone here, and then we'll all wind up pass it off and stuff like that. These two women, by the way, this woman writes a new song every 10 minutes and has 20 albums. They're all great. If you know Christine Riley? And this woman, Cassie Kubinski, is one of the finest songwriters I've ever met. I'm such a fan. Oh, cool, we got a dancer. This song is a rock and roll classic. Nobody knows the lyrics. Nobody. We got together, we said, yeah, let's do that song. Me, George, Brian, and Nelson. The core four, right? We got in the studio, and we said, all right, let's do it, here we go. And we started the song. Here's 4 professional musicians, been doing this their whole lives. We all had different lyrics. Nobody was close. Because I went on YouTube, and you know that YouTube thing? The kids are crazy for the YouTube. Went on and watched the guy's lips, still couldn't figure it out. Had to Google the Google, that's another one. The kids are crazy for the Google. Got the lyrics. Then we had another rehearsal, and we read the lyrics. I printed the lyrics out, and everybody, Teresa, Dave, everybody went, what?
Let me just ask you guys if anybody knows the chorus to this, right? Down on a corner. Willie and the poor boys.
And the Pump Boys.
And the Pump Boys? No. Poor boys, right? Bringing Nickel. Let's just do the damn song. And then sing whatever it is you sing. We're going to sing the right words. luckiest man alive, I am, right? Let's do this. Oh, wait a minute, Heinz. Okay, you want to? I'll tell you. Early in the evening, just about supper time. I want to see how many times people go like this. Oh, over by the courthouse, they're starting to unwind. 4 kids on the corner. Up to four kids on the corner, trying to bring you up. Willie picked picks a tune out and he blows it on his harp. You'll thank me at the end of this. Down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the poor boys are playing, bring a nickel. Ready? Tap your feet. Yeah. Tap your feet. I was singing Can't Be Beat since I was Nelson until earlier today, we were still singing Happy Feet. He was singing it now. Okay, ready? This is the next one. Because it's Willie and the Poor Boys, right? So he goes around the band. That's why we gave it to the drummer. First one is Rooster hits the washboard, people just gotta smile. Then we gave it to the bass player. Ready for this? Blinky thumps the gut bass and he solos for a while. Who knew? Here's a good one. No. Poor boy twangs the rhythm out on his Kalamazoo. And the real words for this next section, you didn't notice it, because of course you didn't notice it, but the real words are, Willie goes into a dance and doubles on kazoo. Mr. Wurzbach, tell him what you...
Willie goes into a trance and swallows his kazoo.
He's working with that. He said that in rehearsal, and I'm like, keep it. Willie goes into a trance and swallows his kazoo. Then he repeats the chorus. My face hurts. And then, you don't need a penny. Well, what did you think it was? You don't need a pinhead. You don't need a pinhead. For a young man going through puberty, trying to figure out, what the hell is he talking about? You don't need a pinhead. Just, didn't you wonder? No. I know, if you ever go looking for your heart's desire again. You don't need a pinhead, just to hang around. But if you got a nickel, won't you lay your money down? Over on the corner, no, there's a happy noise. People come from miles around. See if you know the word, though. To watch the Magic Boys. It just flows. It just flows. There's how many people are going to email me tomorrow. And the subject's going to say, God damn it. And then it's going to say, can't get that song out of my head. I'm watching football going,
Is that too much fun? This is what, if you're new around here, this is why you're going to love the year-end concert, because it's not going to be at the Kaufman Center. It's going to be online. It's going to be just us online, but George and Chris Tedesco and Dan and Ryan, we're going to have a blast. So you're going to want to do that, and you're going to want to be in the after party, because that's the kind of shit that happens. We laugh as much as we sing at these things. It's just remarkable. It really, truly is. I don't think, Billy Joel or James Taylor or Sting, I don't think they can possibly have as much fun as I do in concert on stage with those people. It's remarkable. I was noticing that, good night, El. Thanks for hanging out. We're gonna see you on Saturday, right? Saturday is now our private Zoom concert for the us, and it's just us. So if after this gig is over, or if anybody wants to, in the chat room, you can become one of us. You can become a patron. If you go to my website, thatguitarman.com, and there's a thing that says join us, and you can become a patron for like $5 a month, and then you get to come to all of our private Zoom things. And the difference between what we're doing right now, the audio is the same, the video is the same, it's quality. It's not like, you know, those Zoom meetings where everybody sounds like they're underwater and things keep stopping and starting and shit. It's this kind of quality, but you guys can all see each other, and we get to share conversation and comments and laughs. And so if you want to do that every Saturday, all you have to do is become a patron. So just go to my website, or somebody will post the link. Loredana, it actually doesn't matter what you wear. You can. We did right for weeks. I was doing the song "No Pants" because we would show up here, and we would all just drop our drawers and sing a song. Of course, I would move the camera in closer. Oh, by the way, during that last video, Paul clothes. During that last video, I noticed. I didn't know you played bass, Willie, and Jake. I know you do, and Mr. Robbie, you were a bass player. I guess that makes sense because all the strangest people become bass players. Let me do a song, and then I'm going to share a video that Jake in Florida. Played along with a Billy Joel song, and so we created our newest video, and I gotta hand it to David. He started playing bass like a year ago, and so when you're new at something, sometimes you're a little bit gun shy about getting out there. Good on you, man. Really, seriously, it's a fun video. It's a fun song. So let me do it. Let me do it right after. Let me do it right after this. And then again, we're still gonna address that shit show last night and the disgraceful choices that anybody who would vote for Donald Trump is making. Disgraceful, repulsive. But first we're gonna do this, because if they send me a request on Facebook, a friend request. Oh, in fact, the guy I was telling you about before that I was going back and forth with a little bit, that affirms the reason that I write songs that are pretty adamantly anti-religion, all religion. It's part of my purpose. That guy, I am going to unfriend. But before we do, I have to make sure I express to him that he's free to live whatever life he chooses, make the choices, but I cannot call you a friend. I cannot call you a friend if you would vote for Donald J. Trump. So I gotta unfriend that guy later. But in the meantime, we can all do this song together. Debbie, I just read what you wrote. One of the beautiful things about these hangs is that I know that all of the sweet, beautiful people here, we show up here to hold each other up. We show up here to lift each other up. You guys do it for me every week. it's not in my DNA and it's not in my job description to ignore what's happening in the world. So we address it. And we address it with each other and holding each other up. To give each other a little support, camaraderie, support, emotional and intellectual and otherwise. So that's one of the beautiful things that It's Just Us is about, right? During the Bush administration, I had to deal with people that used to say, hey man, we didn't come here for politics, man, just shut up and sing. It was a learning curve and it was painful, but I learned. And the beautiful thing about It's Just Us is that you're free to come and go as you please. Everybody is free to come and go as they please. I wouldn't say that I'm a Facebook guy, but doing what I do, I won't deny. I got a Facebook page like everybody else I see. Now every single day, a dozen requests come my way from strangers who want to be friends with me. Nobody needs 5,000 friends. There's a button, so it depends. I take a minute to take a little look at that fool's timeline. When I think about the things that matter most to me, I can tell by the things they post if he or she would ever be a friend of mine. If they are a member of the NRA, I couldn't care less what they have to say. If they think it's un-American for someone to take a knee, if they want me to pray and type amen, if they want to make America great again, what would ever make them think they'd ever want to be friends with me? Delete request. Have fun. Delete request. Have fun and feel good being one of the good guys. Have fun and feel good about being one of us. It's easy enough for me to gauge who you are when I visit your Facebook page. It's all right there, so I can figure pretty quick. If you see very fine people in a Nazi crowd or shooting an elephant makes you proud, well, there's no doubt which button I'm bound to click. Somebody said, hey, listen, dude, it's your tribal attitude that's keeping you from hearing what the other guy has to say. Well, you might think it's a fancy algorithm that's keeping me from having a conversation with him, but I know what I'm doing, I just don't want to ruin my day. If you post sexist, racist jokes, if you think climate change is a left-wing hoax, if you think that a hurricane is a holy sign, if you want your God in my public school, if you want to build a wall like a lot of damn fools, what would ever make you think you'd be a friend of mine? Yeah, if you are a member of the NRA, I couldn't give a fuck what you have to say. If you think it's un-American for some of us to take a knee, if you want me to pray and type amen, if you want to make America great again, what would ever make you think you'd ever want to be friends with me? Delete request. Come on, guys, click. Delete request. Delete request. Bye-bye now. Yay! All right, guys. We did People Like You. That was the first song. Well, it was one of the first songs that I needed to play today. Because truly, You guys are helping me keep my head above water. You just are. This is what we're experiencing right now has to be what many, 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 many people were feeling and thinking in 1930s Germany. We're living it. We're living that experience. George Wurzbach wrote a beautiful and powerful song about that, about what we're going through right now, and it was about two Germans, one Jew, one non-Jew, back in the 1930s. During the rise to power of another completely unremarkable man, talentless, intellectually inferior man who rose to power and perpetrated such evil. We're watching the Proud Boys in America today. We're living it right now. And George wrote just a powerful, powerful song. Today, I started with Dreamers Like Me, and I started with people like you, because you guys, showing up here with you guys, I hope it's helping you. I really do. Show up to pay attention to what's happening, but to be able to smile and focus on the beauty in life. I made the choice. I did not watch that spectacle last night because there was nothing new I was going to learn from it. And the fact that I woke up this morning and found out that Trump didn't denounce and actually gave marching orders to a white supremacist group, that's not surprising. That was news, but I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to affect my life negatively by watching that last night. I didn't, because I know how I feel. I'm not watching it like a bad football game or a bad movie. I just won't. I want to have myself in a good place where we can share with each other our anger, our fear, our resolve, and our love, and our purpose. So what the fuck am I doing that last night for? No. We'll do this today. But we pay attention. It is in the job description. But I didn't know that Willie was a bass player. I didn't know that Mr. Robbie used to play bass. If I did, I forgot. Jake sent me video of him playing along with a Billy Joel song that we did here, and I got to share it with you guys now. This is Jake in Florida, and it actually is Jackie with him today. Sometimes you guys are on. Oh, hi, Samara. So we have Hawaii. Hawaii is here. That's cool. All right, hang on a second. So let's just do this. Jake in Florida playing the bass. Wait, David says it's in F, and you transposed it to D. So he's D, E, F. He's 2 whole steps higher than me. Oh my God. Wow. So he's up here. They say that these are not the best of times, but they're the only times I'll ever know. And I suppose... Okay. Well, that's that. We're doing it in D. These are not the best of times, but they're the only times I'll ever know. And I believe there is a time for meditation in cathedrals of our own. Now I have seen that sad surrender in my lover's eyes. I can only stand apart and sympathize, for we're always what our situations hand us. It's either sadness or euphoria. So we'll argue and we'll compromise and realize that nothing's ever changed. For all our mutual experience, our separate conclusions are the same. Now we are forced to recognize our inhumanity. Reason coexists with our insanity. And though we choose between reality and madness, it's either sadness or euphoria. Dissipate our energies. Perhaps we'll help fulfill each other's fantasies. And as we stand upon the ledges of our lives with our respected similarities, it's either sadness or euphoria. All right, we'll see how that comes out. And you know what? If it sucks, we'll do it again. Do you know what might be one of my favorite things about that video? First of all, Jake, thanks so much for jumping in on that song. Jackie, thank you so much for shooting the video. It's the same thing as when I would share a stage with Teresa Reynolds and she would finish a song. It's the genuine, there's nothing false about it. It's the genuine look of joy on someone's face when they've just finished a song, when they've just finished creating music. And that's why I had to end with that still shot of David with that big smile on his face, having just played bass along with that song. So we'll show that again. I just also had a thought, because I am going to play George's song, and I understand being traumatized by what happened last night, and being traumatized by this period of human history that we're going through right now. It's fucking real. It's the real thing. But that requires the good people to show up. That requires the good people to do everything we can to speak out and to be heard speaking out. And I had a friend of mine who was a wonderful director in theater, and he said to me one time, "David, does it ever feel futile? Because very often when you're writing a song, you're singing it, that you're preaching to the choir." And that's why that wound up in my song Dreamers Like Me, by using my voice and singing to the choir, and I often do. And my answer to him was, yeah, John, but people in the choir sometimes need to be reminded that they're not singing alone. That's why these hangs are important. That's why hanging out in Central Park for years, through all of the history. That's why that day on September 16th, 2001 was so important to me and so life-changing, was that we get to share with each other and let each other know we're not alone. It's part of it. But since I did see that, oh, hi, Lizzie. Oh, this is so cool. Lizzie, again, another one of my favorite people on earth. There's so many of you in here. But before, Debbie was saying that if any of my music goes into the realm of politics, she's got to leave. I completely respect that. And like I said, you're free to come and go whenever you want. But if you were traumatized by last night or the past 3 years in America, part of the gig is to just see if I can get the corners of your mouth to smile. Just a little bit. Because I'm going to do what I do anyway. But I thought this might help. I know it makes Karen smile. Blossom, smile, some sunshine down my way. Lately I've been lonesome. Blossom, it's been much too long a day. Seems my dreams have frozen, melt my cares away. Send some sunshine down my way whenever you call my name. I know what you mean to say to me, girl, it's all the same. Blossom, there's an empty road behind. Sit you down beside me. Blossom, there's a sweet dream on my mind. There's a song inside me. Take my cares away. Send some sunshine down my way whenever you call my name. I know what you mean to say to me, girl, it's all the same. Blossom, smile, some sunshine down my way. Lately I've been lonesome. Blossom, it's been much too long a day. Seems my dreams have frozen, melt my cares away. La 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 la. Yes. Loredana wants to hear a little Marshall Tucker. You know what? I think so. Oh, you know what? Let me do this first. I do want to play that song now that Lizzie's here. And again, at the very top of this thing, I was lucky enough to get it out. I told you guys, I did not watch that repulsive spectacle last night. And I found out that it was a good choice that I made. Besides, I watched the Yankees game, and the Yankees had a good night. And I went to bed early, and I woke up realizing that we are in a very, very precarious time in human history. But human beings have been here before. And so it is important to pay attention. George Wurzbach wrote just an amazingly powerful song. And I want to share it with you guys. right now.
Dear Otto, I am worried. Last night I saw the man who's been causing such a big commotion. And Otto, it was frightening how the crowd was driven mad, so affected by his voice, his motion. Dear Aaron, you're a statesman. I'm surprised by what you think. That man incites a beer hall mob who've had too much to drink. The times are hard, he has their ear, but in a year they'll ask themselves, who was he? Trust me, Aaron, trust me. Dear Otto, it's astounding how he's gone from rabble-rousing to the courting of the local gentry. And Otto, he accuses me and all the sons of Zion for the troubles that besiege our country. Dear Aaron, this is politics, you've heard it all before, and your people are the scapegoat that he's been looking for. Let him point his angry finger, any sane man knows you've been accused unjustly. Trust me, Aaron, trust me. Dear Otto, they salute him like the Romans hailed their Caesar, and he fills their hearts with fear and hatred. Last night they broke my window and scrawled upon my wall a blood-red Star of David. Dear Aaron, he's a criminal, we'll handle him in time. Though perhaps for now it might be best that you resign. But there are those of us who'll speak up, and sure enough we'll stop him as he must be. Trust me, Aaron, trust me. Trust me.
It's important. And so, that's why I wrote this next song and attached it to a song written by another artist with the same caliber as George Wurzbach. There was a guy named John Lennon who also wrote powerful songs, and I never got to share a stage with John Lennon, but I get to share a stage with George Wurzbach. And in these times, I get to share it with beautiful people, sensitive people, intelligent people like you. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will live as one. My contribution is this song about when Imagine was a brand new song. Lately, when I sing this song with you, I remember so many years ago, in another troubled time, this song was brand new, and we'd hear it playing on the radio. John, of course, was not alone. In the dream he tried to share, those songs kept coming at us like a rolling stone. The spirit seemed to flow from everywhere. Joni, in her big yellow taxi, was asking us again to love the earth. Neil cried with us all in Ohio. Stephen shouted out to us for what it's worth. We cranked the volume on the sound of revolution, while Cat Stevens gave us a train to ride upon. Another brick in the wall was no solution, and Marvin asked us all to ask what's going on. Some as kids, and some of us as teens, some young women, and some of us young men. Perhaps a trick of memory, but all my friends, it seemed, were singing songs of peace and love back then. Right, Bob Bard? Felt like that. We'd sing a moral tale of one tin soldier. We'd sing how love could always conquer fear. Those songs helped me believe as I got older that the road ahead for all of us was clear. It felt like everyone's heart was in tune, and that Imagine wasn't just another song. It felt like all of my young friends believed it could be true. It breaks my heart to know that I was wrong. Sure, it's a less than happy thought, but then again, could shed some light on what this country's going through. Only some of us meant it when we sang those songs back then, but it warms my heart today to show up here. 'Cause some of us still do. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday they'll join us, right, Nancy? And the world will live as one. It warms my heart to show up here and know that some of us still do. That's why we pay attention. That's why we show up. And that's why we sing songs like King of the Road, and Our House, and Crazy on the Same Day, and songs like Otto and Aaron, and songs like Dreamers Like Me, and songs like Disgraceful, and songs like this. Hey, Bob, me too. I was not a political activist when I was a kid. I was all about the beach and basketball and beer. But when we sang those songs, we meant it. And if we didn't believe it, we wanted to believe it. Others, they were just songs. They were just bullshit. And I think that's the difference. What the hell did I know? I was 17 years old, my goodness, when Saigon fell. Like you, I had a draft card, but I was happy I wasn't going. Gonna take a freight train down at the station. I don't care where it goes. Gonna climb me a mountain, the highest mountain. Jump off, nobody gonna know. Can't you see? Can't you see what that woman been doing to me? Can't you see? Can't you see what that woman been doing to me? Yeah! I'm gonna buy me a ticket as far as I can now, and I ain't never coming back. Gonna ride me a southbound all the way to Georgia until that train run out of track. Can't you see? Can't you see what that woman been doing to me? Can't you see? Can't you see what that woman been doing to me? Gonna buy me a ticket as far as I can now, and I ain't never coming back. Gonna ride me a southbound all the way to Georgia until that train run out of track. Can't you see? Can't you see what that woman been doing to me? Can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that woman been doing to me? Crazy woman, what that woman doing to me? Can't you see? Can't you see? Can't you see? Yeah. And what I'm reading out of the corner of my eye from Karen and from Bob, Right on. Right on. It's important. And we hold each other up. Let me ask this. How many people, you don't have to answer, but I'd like to know, how many people did not watch that thing last night that they were calling a debate? They really have to look in the dictionary and start calling these things something other than debate. But how many people did not watch last night? Made the choice to not watch? Paul did not watch. Thanks, Bob. You know, I can tell you something? I was good. I was also 5'10". Okay, so Debbie didn't watch, David didn't watch, Paul did not watch. How many people did not watch that last night? Oh, no shit. Wow. You watched the whole thing, Bob. Good for you, man. Wow. I respect anybody who could actually, that had the intestinal fortitude to watch that. I do. I figured I was not going to learn anything new. I kind of figured Karen would watch the whole thing. It takes courage. Oh, now, Karen, that's being a glutton for punishment. Sorry. Nancy, the whole thing. Denise, no kidding. Jackie, wow. Cheetah, thank you so much for showing up, darling. Saturday, the private one, gonna be, I moved it to Saturday for you guys in Europe, and Rhea, you watched it, no kidding. Mike made the choice not to watch. Oh, by the way, anybody that missed this, there's a new TV commercial that of my own doing, because we here in New York City were designated. What were we designated? An anarchist jurisdiction. Because of the unbridled violence that's happening in the street, the hellscape that's happening outside my window. So I actually had to create this. New York, the Big Apple, the crossroads of the world, the most amazing city on the face of the earth. But now, thanks to two morbidly obese men in Washington, D.C., she's so much more. Hey, you're an anarchist like me, but where's the best place for us to do our anarchy? No longer remaining silent, now there's a place to go for us to commence our violent government overthrow. We love riots and looting,
The Big Apple's recruiting. All the best protest unrest is in New York. I love New York. Anarchist jurisdiction. I love New York. It's our new conviction. I love New York. Anarchist jurisdiction. I love New York. Find your own conviction.
New York. Come for Broadway. Come for the nightlife. Stay for the anarchy. See you soon.
You like that, Denise? Where's the best place for us to do our anarchy? Oh, well, we should have, as anarchists, we should have our own jurisdiction. Fucking morons. Oh, you know what? Since Denise liked that, where's the best place for us to do our anarchy? Let's share a John Prine song. Another one of these remote things. Let's do it. Okay, so if you've been coming around here at all for like the past 6 months or more, maybe since last year, I've been talking about doing a song, creating one of those videos, a duet with Denise, John Prine's song that he did as a duet with Iris DeMent. And so we're finally going to do it. Denise, you there?
I'm here.
Okay. So what we'll do is this. I'm going to put your inset camera right. Okay, so I'll put you over on this side. So that means when I'm singing, when I look at you, I'll be looking to my right. And wherever you are, you look to your left. Cool?
Cool.
Okay. Okay, we're finally gonna do this. Love this song. She don't like her eggs all runny. She thinks crossing her legs is funny. She looks down her nose at money. She gets it on like the Easter bunny. She's my baby, I'm her honey. Never gonna let her go.
He ain't got laid in a month of Sundays. I caught him once and he was sniffing my undies. He ain't too sharp, but he gets things done. Drinks his beer like it's oxygen. He's my baby, I'm his honey. I'm never gonna let him go. In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes.
I love this song. She thinks all my jokes are corny. Convict movies make her horny. She likes ketchup on her scrambled eggs. Swears like a sailor when she saves her legs. Takes a licking, keeps on ticking. Never gonna let her go.
He got more balls than a big brass monkey. He's a whacked out weirdo possibility junkie. Sly as a fox, crazy as a loon. Payday coming and he's howling at the moon. He's my baby, don't mean maybe. I'm never gonna let him go.
Yeah!
In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes.
Do it again.
In
spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. In spite of ourselves. Yeah! Okay, finally got that done. Nice job.
Oh.
Surprise ending. By the way, guys, I noticed that that this has been going on for 2 hours and 22 minutes. Wow. Time really, truly does fly when we're doing these things. So, so what I'm going to do is a couple of more songs, and then if you feel like it, you can hang out with me in detention with the bad kids for a little while. You know what's funny? I don't exactly know why. I'm always thinking about like the clock and wrapping these things. It's residual from when we were on Crowdcast, and we had a limit, and we were up against it, you know, at the end of the month because we'd run out of streaming hours. But on YouTube, the only challenge is that they keep citing me with copyright violations for my own songs. But other than that, if I wanted to, I could play till midnight. I won't, but as long as you guys are cool, like, you know, I say this all the time. Well, I just said it to Debbie because she was having a tough time, you know, emotionally with some of the material that I play, but everybody's free to come and go. You know, we've seen a lot of people already say, it's getting late, good night. It's wonderful. But if you feel like hanging out, let me know if you have time. Just, you know, because I could use the encouragement if you say, play a few more songs, you know. Because truthfully, I love doing this. And in the park, I play for 5 hours. So it's... Debbie, thanks for showing up tonight. Seriously, when any of you are not here, I miss you. And so Saturday, I understand you've got a very busy day, but we're moving the private thing to Saturday because it's the best for everybody. So I guess we'll miss you this Saturday, but every Saturday, then we can all hang out with all of our friends in Europe. And once they get used to it, you know, nobody has to get up for work the next day. Joe is here. Okay, so Joe says more music. Here's a song about nothing. It ain't got no meaning. It ain't got no message, no reason for being. I'm sitting here singing, and you're sitting there listening to a song about nothing at all. It ain't about a card game, and it ain't about hard times, and it ain't about New York, and it ain't about Baltimore, and it ain't about outlaws, and it ain't about in-laws. It ain't about nothing at all. You won't hear it in Tokyo, you won't hear it in Idaho, you won't hear it on the radio. I just thought you might want to know. It ain't got no message, it ain't got no meaning. It's a song about nothing at all. It ain't about Donald Trump, and it ain't about the city dump, and it ain't about nuclear bombs, and it ain't about single moms, and it ain't about enlightenment, and it ain't about paying rent. It ain't about the government, about nothing at all. It'll never be a classic, it'll never be a wedding song, it'll never be a jingle, and it'll never be a sing-along. It's got a lot of attitude, you can listen but it's up to you. It's a song about nothing at all. It don't have a big ending, you don't get a big climax, it won't ask you for anything, you never see it at the IMAX, you won't never get your money back, and I'll never drive a Cadillac with a song about nothing at all. Good night, David. Hey, listen, on Saturday, when we do our private Zoom thing, how many of you guys are patrons now? Anybody that's a patron, you're allowed to bring friends this week, okay? So I'll create the Zoom invitation, and then send it, just copy and paste it, and send it to a friend you want to bring along, a newcomer, all right? And if you're not a patron now, do that before Saturday. And then once you're a patron, you can come every Saturday. You show up at Patreon. You show up at Patreon, and you just get the link automatically. So if you're not a patron, join us. Become us, and it's just us, all right? And then, because on Saturday, we're doing the private thing. It's not going to be on Facebook. It's not going to be on YouTube. It's just for us. So also, when I send out that link, please don't share it on social media, okay? We certainly do not want any Zoom bombers. We don't want any troublemakers, and we certainly don't want any MAGA people in here, all right? Truly. They wouldn't have a good time anyway. So, looks like Karen's leaving. All right, Karen, thank you so much. You know you're one of my favorite people on the planet. Oh, God, I so miss my friends, and I miss the diner. If you don't live in New York City, I'm not sure that resonates, but in New York, I'm a diner guy. And I happen to know where the perfect diner is. And my friends and I actually just call it The Perfect. And when I just saw Karen leaving just now, I just ached to be sitting there and just getting a quesadilla or anyway. You know what? Before I get out of here, I just saw that Rhea is here, and let me do a song that I wrote. If you guys know this song, and if any part of this song resonates with you, chat it with me. Some people say the way I live is backwards. They don't know how a full-grown man can live this way. But if people say the way I live is backwards, then I'm aware that I don't care what people say. scratch their heads at my determination to live each day the way I truly feel, paying close attention to my own imagination while imagining the best becoming real. Well, here I am. This is me, trying to live without regret, so you can bet that what you get is what you see. 'Cause what we hold as true isn't always what it seems. I hope you love your life. Mine gets made in my dreams. Karen, you have no idea how you just made my heart smile. You know what? When you write a new song, you never know how it's going to land on people. You never know if they're going to like it. You never know if it's going to resonate with them. This is one of the newer songs that I've written. And to see somebody like you say, all right, I'll stick around for this one, and then I got to get out of here. Karen, thank you. Some people say I live my life like some damn hippie, and that day and age is gone and out of sight. But if a world of peace and love is what those kids were dreaming of, in many ways, those damn hippies had it right. It's not up to me to say that there's a right or wrong way. We're all free to live whatever life we choose. But you'd be mistaken to believe that I am weak or I'm naive. Life is too damn short and there's no time to lose. So here I am, just standing in the light. Einstein said imagination is the strongest thing on earth. He was right. What we hold as true is almost never what it seems. I hope you love your life. Mine gets made in my dreams. I truly hope you love your life. Mine was made in my dreams. Those kids, what those kids were dreaming of, a world of peace and love. In many ways, those damn hippies had it right. I didn't know. Of course, how could I know how long I'd have to live? A long time. Till there was nothing left. Nothing left. It doesn't take long on this planet before a child becomes aware of people hurting other people. I guess like all of you, I've had my share. My heart's been broken by a lover, and I've felt offended by a friend. I've been weighed down by the far too many times that I've been on the other end. challenge. Sometimes we don't pass the test. But like most people who I've met along the way, I guess I've tried to do my best. Yet some choose to be cruel for their own reasons. Reasons I may never see. I let them fade from my existence, 'cause I've reached a place I finally feel free. And here and now, there's nothing left. Now that I've left it all behind, there's nothing left to hold me down. It's weighing on my heart and on my mind. But I didn't know, of course, how could I know how long I'd have to live till there was nothing left, nothing left to forgive. It might seem trite to say we're only human from the moment we arrive. But living this life isn't easy for anyone I know who's still alive. Yet some might choose to specialize in cruelty. They learn to wield it like a knife. But I let them fade from my existence. I'm the one who gets to choose who's in my life. And here and now, there's nothing left. Now that I've left it all behind, there's nothing left to hold me down. It's weighing on my heart and on my mind. But I didn't know, of course, how could I know how long I'd have to live till there was nothing left. Nothing left till there was nothing left. Nothing left to forgive. You know, while I was singing that song, and I don't know if it's because Jackie's here or Bob is here, you know, we both, the three of us, shared a mutual experience in going to the same high school, walking down the halls and smelling the same loose leaf paper and when I write a song like Nothing Left, again, I didn't know that many people in high school because I was shy. But I wonder how many people would be surprised that those thoughts and those feelings and those emotions would wind up in a song being written by that kid. Oh, and you know what's kind of interesting? Bob, by the way, funny you should actually just mention basketball today. This week, I got fed up with the pandemic. I said to somebody, I'm not sure if the pandemic is aging me or if age is aging me. But the gym opened. with very, limited access and social distancing and very, very strict rules. But I went to the gym for the first time since this pandemic hit, and I'm feeling it today. I didn't overdo it. I'm not going to get it all back in one day, but I had a good workout. And then you know what I did? I bought a new basketball, and I went up to the playground where they actually have rope nets and a surface a lot like Prospect Park, where I spent so many hours of my teenage years. And I shot around. Now I've got 2 knee replacements, so I was very careful. And I was actually amazed at how foreign it felt to shoot a basketball, but then how quickly muscle memory kicks in. No, I was not draining threes, but at all. In fact, I was horrified when I first started shooting, but because it's been years. But I'm going to do it. I bought the basketball, and I'm going to start doing little shoot-arounds just for myself. So it's just kind of amazing that you have even mentioned basketball before, but thank you. A lot of wonderful memories playing that game. It takes a life to realize what life is all about. And life is all about this moment. I'm here with you, now that we're through. What secrets did I tell? Did you get to know me well in this moment? How fast these gigs fly. Song after song goes rushing by. I won't pretend that time has been our friend. I bring my songs to sing my songs for you until the end. As I live these days, I'm grateful for all the ways that brought us here to praise this moment. This moment. How soon, too soon, the seasons fly. I see my life go rushing by. I only hope that time will be your friend. Whatever time is. We live a life to live a life of love. I know you see. I'm sure you all agree. 'Cause you're hanging out with me. But I only guarantee this moment. Guys, no words. Thank you. Nobody, though, mentioned my new shirt, my new... I'm such a fashion horse. Oh, my God, he's got a blue shirt? Yes, this is new. It's a different shade of blue. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you. If you're not a patron, I won't see you. But if you are a patron, I'll see you Saturday in the Zoom in the Zoom room, and I'm going to have some really fun videos to share with you. And David, Jake, Jackie, you guys, bring friends around because I'm going to share that video again. And Denise, I'm going to show yours too. So bring friends that you want to share that with. In fact, right after this, I'll create the Zoom link and I'll put it at Patreon for you guys. And so all this week, anybody that's here, if you have a friend, copy and paste the link. Please don't share it on social media. Do not share it on Twitter. Do not share it on Facebook or Instagram. But share it with any friends that you would like to bring on Saturday. Okay? In the meantime, I'm going to see you guys. I'm going to get something. I'm going to get something to eat. I'm going to put the Yankees pregame on without sound, and then I'm going to hang out with the bad kids in detention. All of you, Nancy and Rhea and Allie and Debbie and David and Bob and Allison and Stuart and Marcy, Mr. Robbie, all of you. Thank you so much. I meant what I said. We don't ignore what's going on, but I think you guys feel it. We lift each other up, and that's why we're here. That's why it's just us. I'll see you in the Bad Kids in the chat room. fire is not as warm as it should be, and the night is much too silent this year, and there's no reason to go to Central Park in the snow. You're not in my arms this Christmas. This whole city is not as pretty as it could be. It used to sparkle like the stars when you were here. Now all the colored lights down Broadway just don't shine the same way. You're not in my arms this Christmas. This season, there's no reason for trimming a tree. There's no angel in my home if you're not there. There'll be no candles glowing, no mistletoeing, miles between us knowing we should be Christmas Eving together. Just missing us kissing outside in the cold. We would keep each other warm with just a smile. But now my aching heart's breaking with the thought of waking up Christmas morning without you beside me. But Christmas night will be exciting as it should be, 'cause the fire will burn brightly when you're here. Then hand in hand we'll both go through Central Park in the snow. When you're in my arms next Christmas, please be in my arms.
those clowns in Congress keep pointing to a fear of Mexican busboys. Must be an election year. All of a sudden, it's an urgent problem. Must think we're stupid. Then again, maybe we just might be. Come on, baby, don't fear the busboys. From the other side.